Thanks for staying with us. Welcome to News Across Nigeria. My name is Joke Rogers. Coming up on the program today. Well, Senate confirms the new leadership of the Independent National Electoral Commission. Cross River and Osun State partners the Bank of Industry in developmental projects. Well, the Cross River and Osun State partnered the Bank of Industry on developmental projects. And Benue biometric screening exercise catches 500 ghost workers. Well, we start the program today at the Senate, where the lawmakers confirmed Professor Mahmoud Yakubu as the new chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, and 5 national commissioners. Now, they appeared before the Senate for screening today, where the lawmakers asked them questions relating to the nation's electoral process and building democratic institutions. The Council of State had last week announced the names of the 6 persons, including Mrs. Amina Zakari, who has been in acting capacity. The confirmation now clears the way for the officials to resume their duty as the new leadership of the electoral body.
And it's not something we can run away from. It's here with us to stay. Most of the things have to be done electronically. We might be surprised. In 2011, the voters figure we had was about 69 million. If we look around now with the number of children that turn 18 every year, we will say that by now we could be talking about 75 million. There is still a group of Nigerians which we don't talk about. That is Nigerians outside the country. Those ones are estimated to be about 13 million. They have voting rights too. I'm sure most of these things can never be, will be very difficult to conduct with manual override. Technology is just an important solution to delivery of election services.
We still know that there are certain areas that require further improvement. The most important area requiring further improvement is the issue of public understanding of the electoral processes. We need to involve the public more, educate them, and involve them more into our electoral process. Because from 2015, the last general elections, we realized the interactions with the public helped in delivering a credible election.
We made ourselves as a nation that we have been making progress. We have been making progress increasingly. I don't believe we're there yet. Nobody can claim it's there yet, even in advanced countries. We've seen close electoral processing challenges, even in the US. But I believe that the country has gone and we're in the right trajectory, making this process, going forward. But clearly, a number of major challenges, remain. A number of major challenges remain, which will become something that the new INEC going forward will have to address.
Well, the Supreme Court has dismissed the appeal by the People's Democratic Party's governorship candidate in the April 11, 2015 elections in Imo State, Mr. Emeka Ihedioha, challenging the election of Governor Upholds Okorocha. A 7-man panel of the Supreme Court, presided over by Justice John Fabiyi, held that Mr. Ihedioha's appeal lacked merit. The Apex Court affirmed the judgment of the Court of Appeal in Owerri to the effect that Mr. Ihedioha's failure to properly serve Mr. Okorocha and his party, the All Progressives Congress, and other parties in the suit had robbed the appeal court the jurisdiction to hear the case. The Supreme Court also held that failure to indicate the addresses of other respondents on the processes of the appeal was harmful to the case. The immediate past Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives had appealed against the ruling of the Imo State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal, which dismissed his petition on the grounds that it was incompetent and contravenes the Electoral Act. He took his case to the Court of Appeal, which also, on September 3, 2015, dismissed the appeal against the ruling of the tribunal. The judgment of the Supreme Court lays to rest contention about the April 11, 2015 governorship election in Imo State. Now the news now. Photographs of suspected insurgents wanted by the Nigerian army have been made public. They were declared wanted by troops drafted to the Operation Lafia Dole. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Okorocha, displayed pictures of the suspects, numbering about 100 in Maiduguri, the Borno State capital. Well, he says troops on the front lines are doing all they can to end the counter-terrorism war and called on Nigerians to join in the effort. The army boss was speaking at the closing ceremony of a 3-day engagement organized for army public relations officers from across the country.
The public is urged to provide. May I formally launch these posters containing the Boko Haram terrorist pictures. As mentioned, the public is urged to provide full identities of these individuals. They will help us in the prosecution of this anti-Boko Haram operation. So may I, on behalf of officers and men of the Nigerian Army, formally launch this thing and present it to the public across the country.
We should be looking at the war efforts. All right, we've overflogged it, we've said it times without number that the deadline is achievable. So what Nigerians should do is to come out and support us fully. That's all. It's the responsibility of every Nigerian to make sure that this war effort is achieved and the Boko Haram terrorists are defeated.
And its determination to stop the abuse of narcotics and unconventional substances among the youth, the Kaduna State government has proposed a draft bill on drug control and usage. The State Executive Council took the decision at its weekly meeting in Kaduna, the state capital. In a statement issued by the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Amina Shijuade, the bill signals the government's intention to adopt new approaches in the fight against crime and rescuing young people from the dangers of drug abuse. The statement explained that the drug control law provides for measures to prevent substances abuse as well as the treatment and rehabilitation of users. The bill will also provide guidelines for voluntary counseling and treatment, as well as ensuring that the right and dignity of the persons undergoing treatment and rehabilitation are well protected. According to the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Kaduna State is among the states with a large number of drug addicts and traffickers. When news across Nigeria returns, the Edo State government will clamp down on landlords in the state who inflate their house rents. We'll have details of that story in a moment. Please stay with us.